Hi, my name is Hope. I am a farmer here in Palawan, and here is my story. I'm a mother, and at the same time, earlier I just said that I'm a farmer. But I learned to love about farming really just last year. I started my career as um, an assistant in a production. That's Amazing Race Philippines, and then I shifted into teaching, and after teaching into language training, and now into farming. So that's basically everything about my career. Well, actually, it started in October 2018 when we visited Yamang Bukid farm, and then I was really amazed with how things are in Yamang Bukid. And then there was a time that in February of 2019, I saw that they posted a hiring for a tourism campaign officer, and then I was thinking of why not try the job, because I really miss the industry already because I'm a tourism graduate. So it was in March of 2019 that I decided to apply for the job already. And I was interviewed on the same month, and I started exactly March 31 of 2019. I was really focused on the aspect of tourism, and then later on I came to love the idea of farming. And that's also the time that I realized that the agriculture industry really needs help, because it is the most neglected industry in our country. Though we are considered as an agriculture country, but then again, the agriculture industry is very neglected. That's why I wanted to help out the industry through tourism. So, and then fast forward, here I am, and still working in Yamang Bukid, and continue doing what I envisioned, which is to change the world one farmer at a time. Well, at first, it's very hard because I actually spend a lot of time in Yamang Bukid. But then again, I realized that I'm actually also doing it for them. Not just financially, but it's more on giving them a future that one day they too will realize the value of a farmer. What happens actually is that even if I go home late at night, I still manage to give enough time for my kids, and I always tell them that I'm doing this not just for them, but also for the kids, for other kids. Because what's happening in our country right now, if we're going to base on the data, on statistics, that the average age of a farmer is already 80 years old, or it ranges from 60 to 80 years old. And then what if there will be no more farmers? So who will feed the next generation? So I always tell my kids that this is not just about finances. This is me pushing for my advocacy, because I want you guys to have a better future. I want you to appreciate farmers, because always at the end of the day, it's the farmers who feeds us all. So I want to wake up one day that kids will appreciate farming, and at the same time, kids will be into farming. Kids nowadays would only find food in the grocery or in the supermarket, and they don't even really get the idea of how things are done or how your food is produced. What they think is that these fruits or vegetables comes from the market without really knowing the process. And that is something that I want to learn, that I want them to learn. So that's why I created also as well this, it was not really me who just created the idea of the Bukiders, emphasizing on the kids. It's a tour here that we offer in Yamang Bukid that really, our target market are kids, wherein we teach them how to start planting and let them identify that these fruits and the vegetables, and at the same time having them immersed with our farmers and having them talk to them and realize that, oh, the food that I'm eating doesn't come from the supermarket. It actually comes from a farm. So in that alone, they will be inspired as well to do their part. There will be a child or a kid when asked, what do you want to become when you grow up? That's going to be a farmer. So those are the things that gives me moving forward and how I balance being a mom and working as well. There are really a lot of challenges working with the communities. It's first letting them understand your advocacy, or letting them understand your purpose. What's your purpose? Why you're doing it? And at the same time, in the side of the family, since I'm working in Yamang Bukid, it's also with how I spend my time with my kids. But then again, all challenges have solutions. So I just managed to balance my time with my kids and working here in Yamang Bukid. Well, the pandemic actually has a very big positive impact for Yamang Bukid or for farming, because it helped a lot of people realize the importance of food. That at the end of the day, what we need is food. Somehow, since Yamang Bukid before really had approximately 10,000 tourists every week. So during the lockdown, or when the pandemic started, the tourists also vanished or diminished. There were several people still visited the farm until such time that we had the lockdown, wherein we don't have visitors anymore, and they're actually the source of income, because we serve food in a restaurant and then we also sell products. But then again, we find ways. So instead of just waiting for the people to go to us, we are now the ones going to the people. What we did is we shifted and adapted to the trend, such as doing deliveries and the likes. And what's more nice and happy about it is that people started to order seeds and other agri materials from us, and that's actually a very positive response to the pandemic, that, oh my God, these people are already learning and the idea of farming or just gardening at their home and producing their own food. Actually, when I graduated, I really never thought of being a teacher, because I was looking forward to being really in the tourism industry, like working in a hotel or maybe working in the airline industry. But then again, being an educator, you don't just tell them the information or the theoretical things or what's in the book, but it's more of really guiding these people to the path that they should be taking. And being one in Palawan is somehow a fulfillment, because like every time they graduate or every time I meet someone, and then even just talking to them and sharing to them your ideas, it's already teaching them. And then one day they will just tell you, you know what you told me changed my life, and what you imparted to me really had a great impact, or I have applied it in my job already. So it's a fulfillment. That's the very turning point in my life, that hey, this is something that I would do. I will use this platform or teaching into making people understand the value of what they're doing. And then I don't actually want to be recognized as a VP. I want to be recognized as a farmer. Because every time when there are people who would talk, we would always look for position. Like, oh, I will listen to him because he's a doctor. I will listen to him because he's a president. I will listen to him because he's a vice president. But I want one day that people say, I want to listen to him or her because he's a farmer. So I'd rather be introduced that way. And so every time, like, some people would ask me, so what do you do? I'm a farmer. the many people that I became part of, the many people that I somehow was able to help change their life and perspective. That's how simple I define success is. Like every time I see the person, like, he was once my student before and look where he is right now. And then every time they would tell me that, you know what, because of the things that you taught me, I am where I am right now. And I attribute this to more people that I will be meeting and to the people that I've talked to and I've met already. The most satisfying was, it's really with the kids. Because every time there are tours that involve kids, I really want to take that tours. And then I talk to them, I tell them that this is what a farmer does, and then this is how your food is being done. From just simply telling them the color of this fruit, or just like letting them identify the vegetables and fruits that we have, and letting them understand that everything around us is connected. That's already the most satisfying thing for me. Like, these kids one day will be not really a legacy, but will be the ones who will continue what I envision, who will continue the advocacies that I have. Well, take risks and always believe in yourself, because as women, we can do a lot. Well, the pandemic really created a lot of negative vibes or negative perception already for some tourism students. So, well, it doesn't end there. Actually, we have to take the opportunity during the pandemic to be innovative, because actually the tourism industry have helped revive economies from World War I to World War II. It's there. Tourism was able to revive the economy. And for those who are taking agriculture and those who are agriculturists, I want them to really continue their passion. The Philippines, or our country, needs us. The agriculture industry in our country really needs help. And then for those who just passed the licensure exam for teachers, teaching is a very wonderful profession, and you just have to love, have a lot of patience, and really understand your students. And all in all, for everyone, let's just be positive and have faith. Like, this pandemic will soon be gone, and let's just take the opportunity. There are other things that we can actually do during the pandemic, and which can actually change our lives and change other people's life. So this is our subbolo in Yamang Bukid Farm. It's back again, and it's available again in Yamang Bukid Farm Main, and in Yamang Bukid Farm Extension, and in Balay Bukid. And also please like our pages, Yamang Bukid Farm Palawan, Balay Bukid, ang Yamang Bukid Healthy Products Incorporated. Thank you.